Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a pretty interesting source.
Yeah. What do we got?
It's an MP3 transcript called How to Make a Powerful Burning Laser from DVD-RW.mp3.
Ah, okay. Building a laser from old computer parts. Seen guides like that.
Exactly. It outlines how to build something, well, surprisingly powerful using stuff you might not expect.
Right. And those guides usually lay out a specific technical process, the components you need, and hopefully some serious warnings.
Oh, this one definitely does. We'll get to that. When I first saw this, the idea of turning a DVD drive into a burning laser, it really grabbed me.
Makes sense. Hidden power in everyday tech.
Yeah. So our mission today is to break down the key steps from this guide, pin down the crucial parts it mentions, and really, really highlight the safety warnings.
Good, because that's usually point number one. These things aren't toys.
Absolutely. The guide makes that crystal clear right away. What you're building here is powerful. It can cause serious, permanent eye damage.
That cannot be stressed enough. It's not like a regular laser pointer.
Not at all. So jumping into the actual build process, according to this guide, first big step, get the laser diode.
Right. The heart of the laser.
The source says you can pull one from an actual DVD drive. It notes the infrared one is for CDs, but the red one, that's for DVD burning. That's the powerful one you want.
Or you can buy them. The guide actually recommends specific models, like the LPC 836. Says it's one of the strongest they put in burners.
And it gives this really specific tip, seems important. Solder the diode terminals together before you even handle it.
Ah, yes. That's crucial.
Why together, though? Seems backwards.
Well, these little diodes, they're incredibly sensitive to static electricity. Like
Yeah.
the static from your fingers can kill them instantly.
Ah, okay.
So soldering the terminals short circuits them, basically. Protects them from static while you're working. It's a small thing, but vital according to this guide.
Got it. Protect the delicate bits. Okay, next step. Optics. You need to focus that beam.
Right. A raw diode doesn't burn anything. Needs focus.
The guide mentions you could try using the lenses already in the DVD drive, but figuring out how to mount them, focus them, sounds like a real pain.
Yeah, it usually is.
Hmm.
Much easier, the guide suggests, is using something called an axis housing. Makes focusing way simpler.
Okay, an axis housing.
And here's a funny thing the guide points out. Sometimes just buying that housing by itself costs more than buying a whole cheap laser pointer that already has that exact housing inside.
No way. That's pretty wild. So scavenge the housing from a cheap laser sometime.
A little cheaper, yeah. Crazy.
All right. Diode, optics. Then maybe the most critical part, the guide really stresses this, the current limiter driver circuit.
Oh, absolutely non-negotiable. You cannot just hook that diode straight to a battery.
What happens?
Poof, it dies instantly. The guide is blunt about it. Diodes need very specific, very stable current, not just voltage.
Okay, so you need electronics between the battery and the diode.
Exactly. And the guide recommends a pretty simple, reliable circuit. Uses a common chip, the LM317.
LM317, that's like an adjustable voltage regulator.
Precisely. And just one resistor, 3.3 ohms. The guide warns against other, easier circuits you might see online. Says they'll kill the diode eventually.
Reliability over shortcuts. Makes sense.
And for most DVD diodes, if you're not sure it's a super powerful one like that LPC 836, the guide suggests using two 3.3 ohm resistors in series.
Why two in series?
Connect them like that, their resistance adds up, so 6.6 ohms total. It lowers the current, making it safer for less powerful or unknown diodes. More caution.
Smart. It also mentions a heatsink for that LM317 chip, but apparently it ran cool in their tests anyway.
Yeah, sometimes you need it, sometimes not. Depends on the current.
Okay, finally putting it all together, housing it. The guide mentions using an old flashlight body.
Common choice. Might need some modification, though, especially for batteries like the AT650, which are popular for these.
Right, and it talks about using simple aluminum washers, maybe, as heat sinks for the diode itself, and just, glue or friction-fitting parts in place.
Basic DIY assembly techniques.
Yeah. And throughout all this, the guide keeps coming back to those specific parts, the diode types, LM317, the resistor values, the housing choice, and always, always hammering that safety warning about your eyes.
It really paints a picture of needing precision. The right components, the right steps. The driver circuit protects the diode. The optics focus the power. The static protection keeps it from dying before you start. Skip a step, and it just won't work. Or worse.
So recapping, we've walked through this source material, this guide on building a powerful laser from potentially DVD parts. We covered the steps it describes, the specific components it calls out.
The LPC836 diode, LM317 driver, 3.3 ohm resistors, access housing.
Right. And we've repeatedly highlighted the guide's own very strong warnings about the danger, especially to your eyes.
Yeah, this source really underscores the hidden power in common tech, but also the real need for careful engineering and safety protocols to handle it. Things like current control, static discharge, they're not optional details.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Seeing the potential power inside something as mundane as a DVD burner. What other surprising capabilities might be lurking inside the everyday objects you interact with? Something to ponder.